It was the spring of 2024, and people across the globe were in a frenzy. Where was Kate Middleton? The gaping hole of silence from the royal family left the rest of the world to fill in their own versions of what happened and why the Princess of Wales hadn't been seen or heard from in months. And the stories ranged from unlikely to absolutely bizarre. The reason for her absence was eventually and tragically revealed by the princess herself, that in fact she had cancer. The princess and her family had every right to keep her diagnosis private, and the media, podcasters, a late-night TV host should have stayed out of it. But they don't. People want the story, and not just when it comes to missing princesses. In business, it is important to remember that if you don't tell the story, someone else will. Your employees at the water cooler, or via Slack, your customers on social media, or in reviews or Reddit threads, wherever and whoever, you probably, no matter who's telling it, if you're not, you probably won't like their version. The reality is, things go wrong. Mistakes, bad decisions, and when these things happen, tell the story. Yes, even if your side of the story is embarrassing or you're in the wrong, don't stay silent. Tell the story of how and or why something unpredictable, unpleasant, or ill-fated has happened. If there are parts of the story or details that you have to leave out to protect the innocent or for legal reasons, be honest and disclose that you can't tell the entire story. But tell as much as you can. Say you're wrong. Tell your story. Your brand will be rewarded for your honesty. Just ask Graza and its CEO, Andrew Benin. Have you heard this story? I wrote about it in the story Edge, and you've maybe even seen or used Graza Olive Oil. It's everywhere. Now, basically, Graza Olive Oil is a high-quality product. It's delicious, affordable enough to actually cook with, and it comes in a convenient squeeze bottle. It's the olive oil the world has always needed, but didn't know it, and once the world discovered it needed it, the world needed it now. Which meant the 2022 holiday season, the pressure of the demand squeezed this startup until it all but imploded. Gift sets were not sets as advertised, but just individual bottles thrown in a box. Bottles arrived dented, even the embossing on the logo like flaked off. It was a disaster, and CEO Benin knew it, and instead of hiding from it, he sent an email that told the story. It said, in quotes, "Hello, very important Graza person." That's how the email began. And then Benin addressed several of the top complaints they'd received. Not in a defensive way, just truthfully telling the story of how it all got so messed up. In the end, Benin created a discount code. The code was, "We will get better." And it was for $4.43 off any future order because, as the email said, this is truly what we can afford. The email was sent to 35,540 customers with a 78% open rate, which is bonkers. And within minutes, the responses started flooding in to the tune of nearly 1,000 of them. Comments like, "I won't be using the discount code, but I will be reordering." And a message that said like, "These messages, these stories go a long way." Now, could Graza had just hoped that people wouldn't notice that the holiday season was a mess? Could the CEO have just pretended like each bottle that was wrong was just a one-off fluke and hoped that people would forget? Sure. Could they have said nothing? Yes. But instead, he told the story. And now, I can't walk through a grocery store without seeing a squeeze bottle of Graza on the shelf. We'll never know if that would have happened anyway, but I'm pretty sure telling the story instead of hiding from it, staying silent, had something to do with it. It was tempting not to tell the story, to not draw more attention to an already unfavorable situation. But make no mistake, someone will tell the story. It's better if you do it first.